It's July 5th and Kaspa or KAS is holding its breath. As an expert crypto analyst, I'm seeing a classic standoff, a battle between the bears who've had the upper hand for weeks and the bulls who are trying to find a footing. Let's break down exactly what's happening with KAS today and what could be next. Kaspa is currently trading around 7.5 cents, down about 3.78% in the last 24 hours. This isn't a huge crash, but it's definitely not the breakout we're all hoping for. The critical piece of information here is that KAS is stuck below the 9-day moving average, which is sitting at just over 7.5 cents. This short-term moving average is acting like a magnetic ceiling, constantly rejecting any attempts for the price to push higher. Think of it like this. The price is trying to jump over a low hurdle, but it just can't quite clear it. The small, indecisive price candles tell us that neither buyers nor sellers are making a definitive move. It's a waiting game, and, that's often when things get interesting. Looking at the broader picture, the chart for Kaspa still leans bearish. Since its May high near 14 cents, we've been seeing a clear pattern of lower highs. This simply means that each time KAS tries to rally, it fails to reach the previous peak, which is a classic sign of a downtrend. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Since mid-June, KAS has entered a consolidation phase, essentially bouncing between 7 cents and 8 cents. This range-bound movement suggests that while the bears are in control of the larger trend, they're losing some of their immediate momentum, and buyers are stepping in at the lower end of this channel. The key here is that there's been some buying interest near 7 cents, but it hasn't been strong enough to flip that crucial 8-cent resistance into support. Until KAS can confidently break above and hold 8 cents, the overall trend remains weak. So the 9-day simple moving average isn't just a number, it's actually a psychological barrier. The longer KAS stays below it, the more conviction the sellers gain, and honestly, the harder it becomes for buyers to push through. Now let's dive into the technical indicators. This is where we get a more nuanced view of the underlying market dynamics. The MACD, set at 12 and 26, is at negative 0.003. So, this is still showing bearish momentum. While it's a small negative number, it indicates that the short-term average is still below the longer-term average, which, definitely favors the sellers. ADX 14 is at 24.748. A value below 25 generally indicates a weak trend. This aligns perfectly with the sideways movement we're observing. There's really no strong directional bias right now. So, looking at the Commodity Channel Index, or CCI, with a 14-period setting, we get a value of 49.605. This is honestly a pretty neutral reading. What this means is there aren't any extreme overbought or oversold conditions right now. Basically, the price is fairly balanced within its recent range. Now, let's check out the ultimate oscillator. It's coming in at 53.054. This one actually is showing a bit of bullish pressure starting to build. It's not a strong signal, but it suggests that some underlying buying interest might be accumulating. ROC, or rate of change, is at 10.328. This is indicating some positive momentum. This is a leading indicator, so while the price might be stagnant, the rate at which it's changing could be hinting at an upcoming move. Bull and bear power comes in at 0.0012. There's a very slight bullish edge here, but honestly it's nothing major to write home about. This really just reinforces the idea of indecision. The signals are, truly split. On one hand, the MACD is still bearish and the ADX points to a weak trend. But then, the ultimate oscillator and the ROC are hinting at some early bullish pressure. This mixed bag of signals pretty much explains why KAS is stuck in such a tight range. It's like two equally matched boxers in the middle of a round, and neither one is landing a knockout blow. Given these dynamics, here are the potential scenarios I'm keeping a close eye on for Kaspa today. And in the very short term, bullish scenario, the breakout. The most immediate bullish catalyst would be a clean breakout above 0.080. Backed by significant volume. This volume is key. It needs strong buying pressure to confirm the move. If that happens, we could see Kaspa make its first solid step toward recovery, potentially targeting 0.090. This would invalidate the current lower highs pattern and signal a shift in momentum. Neutral scenario, the sideways shuffle. This is honestly the most likely scenario for today if nothing major changes. KAS could simply continue bouncing between 7 cents and 8 cents. So, without a new catalyst, whether that's a broader market move, some significant news specific to Kaspa, or maybe just a sudden surge in buying interest, you can probably expect more of the same slow, indecisive movement. Bearish scenario, the slip. A slip below 7 cents would be a clear bearish signal. This critical support level, which is held since mid-June, is really the line in the sand for the current consolidation. If it breaks, Kaspa's price could quickly slide down to the $0.063 zone, where it found support last month. This would reaffirm the bearish dominance and likely lead to increased selling pressure. My final thoughts on Kaspa today. Kaspa is truly in a no-man's land right now. It's not showing signs of a strong recovery, but it's also not collapsing. It's a battleground where neither side has managed to seize decisive control. The market is waiting, and we, as analysts and traders, need to wait with it. Unless KS can definitively break above 0.080 or fall below 0.070, expect more of the same range-bound activity. This isn't a bad thing. Consolidation can often lead to powerful moves once a direction is decided. For now, patience is key. Watch those key levels, keep an eye on volume, and be ready to react when the market finally tips its hand. All content provided in this video is for informational and educational purposes only, and does not constitute financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments are highly volatile and carry significant risk, including the potential loss of all invested capital. Always conduct your own thorough research and consult with a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice.